right. Apparently, it's showtime. I love how it says that. Now, let's see. I'm trying to go live on my Instagram account too. So let's see if that works. Hey, how are you? Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. Yes, I am a little bit early because I have my Tarot Cafe Masterclass today, and I still wanted to show up here for you live on for Tarot Tuesday. So let's just jump into it. I'm going to be a little tough on myself on this Tarot Tuesday. I mentioned before that I have this deck called the After Tarot, which is very similar to the regular Rider-Waite, except it takes it a little moment after the first snapshot in the traditional Rider-Waite. Getting run over yesterday is not a plan. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Take care of yourself. Oh, we'll put you on my Reiki healing list, okay? Yikes. Keep in touch, all right? Lawrence, good to see you here. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so I thought I would do things a little differently and use my, I say I'm being tough on myself because I don't use this very often. And when I first started using it, some of the cards made me go, what does this even mean? I don't really understand it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know what kind of card you. Oh, I thought you meant literally run over. Okay. Yeah. Well, sometimes we just have to not maybe worry what the cards are, what kind they are. And she doesn't see the comments. I'm the host, so only I saw them when they come through. And yeah, it's the message that matters. She's quite the oracle, and she's an amazing person and friend. So I hope you stick around for some of them. And if not, not everybody's for every cup of tea. Sunflowers, Moon Power, good to see you again from Australia. Hello. So yeah, I say I'm being hard on myself because, like I said, this deck I'm not really used to. And I'm also going back to an old favorite because I think we need some angelic energy. Okay. I'm feeling that. And yes, I'm in Canada, but we're connected to the United States via this big geographical continent, and it's their Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday, which reminds me, should I do my Tarot After Dark on Thursday night, or should I do it tonight instead? I might put a little post in my community about that. Anywho, so this Angel Tarot, Bradley Valentine, this is one of my first decks that really helped me connect with tarot, mostly because there's a little blurb underneath that would help me figure out what the messages are. So let's start with the message from the angels, because sometimes we're challenged. Sometimes we're challenged out of the things we're used to, and getting the routine we're used to gets shaken up, and it can kind of piss us off a little bit. I am very aware of how I feel when things kind of get shifted around. And, even with Tarot Pop, like he tried to jump on the bed today. I had stuff barriered up there, but he tried, and it scared the living out of me. So I'm a little shaken about that. So let's see, trying to get back to normal is just, I think it's an illusion. We need to create our new normal when it comes to things. So the first one is the Chariot, Archangel Metatron. And I'll read what it says on the bottom. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. That's what Bradley Valentine channeled as this being the meaning of this tarot card. Keeping in mind that what I channel doesn't always come up that way. Mercy, hello, nice to see you. Happy Tuesday. So what I pick up from this is just what I was saying, is that we have to create our new normal. We have to find the balance in the light and the darkness. All right. And sometimes it's through the darkness and through the issues that we're facing, that we go inward and we're either like, I don't know if I can handle this, or it's like, WTF, why does this keep happening? Or we're just like, everything's always against me. And, so we get into that shadow energy, and that's the contrast. And that gives us the opportunity to say, what do I really want? And a hummingbird just landed in the tree. I'm telling you, the signs are everywhere. And it's actually sitting there watching me. Hi, hummingbird. No, I don't know. It can't see me. And it's gone because I scared it away. But realistically, it's through that darkness and contrast where we really make a decision. We decide that, oh my gosh, I really need to push through this because I really, really want, fill in the blank, whatever that thing is. Or we're like, hells no, I don't want this. I don't want to have to deal with this ever again. So then we make a decision to show up in a way that helps us shift that. And I really feel that that's what this chariot is telling us today. It's giving us that opportunity to say, movement is going to happen whether you like it or not, sister or brother. And it's up to you to decide which way you're going to tweak the reins of those horses that are leading you forward, whether you like it or not. Make your decision. And the great thing is once you make your decision, it doesn't mean you got to stay in that way. You're always given the opportunity to recalibrate yourself and move forward from there, right? Nicole, hi. Oh, nice. 11-11 for you. I love it. It is a good sign. There's been lots of good signs that have been coming up. So now I want to pull an after tarot to go with that, just to see what the message is if we make the choice and move forward on that choice. This is going to be the message. I'm nervous because please be a card I understand. See, we're all learning. Okay, tell me when to stop. Because these ones don't seem to be jumpers. Okay, I changed my mind. They are. Oh, we have the 8 of Wands. So he has already made his decision. He, they, whatever. So like I was saying with the chariot, it's make a decision and move things forward. And he's moving forward. And he's also reloading his arrow, his bow with an arrow. He's reloading and saying, yeah, things are working out in this direction. I'm going to keep going. So to me, that chariot is saying that, yeah, the decision you make is going to show you this is meant to move on, or you're meant to move in this direction. So keep going. Reload your inspiration and your ideas and keep going. That's the message I get for that. And I'm going to plunk those back into the deck because I can't stay here super long because I have my tarot masterclass coming up. I hope you're going to be there, Nicole. I sent an email out. Hopefully you got it. And yeah, so that'll be at the top of the hour. Does anybody want a message or a card pull? Okay. Pop it in the comments. I will pull one of each for you. So we don't have a lot of people here, so it should be easy to get through people. Yay, see you soon. Yeah, excellent. All right, so again, this is a collective that's here because okay, Mercy, you'll be next. This popped out before anyone actually asked, so I feel like it's a continuation of the other message. And we have another major arcana. See, that's another thing. When we get a major arcana card, it's something to really think about. How is this showing up in a major way? Or what does this have something to do with something that's important or will make a big difference in life? So we have the High Priestess, and it's represented by Archangel Haniel. And the message is, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Ooh, I already plunked that chariot back in the deck, but to me, it's going along with that. It's saying, don't just blindly go forward. Do it with some emotional intelligence and some thought intelligence, and go so far, recalibrate, and remember to keep trusting that you're given these opportunities to go, yep, nope, maybe, right? It's not always going to be smooth sailing. It definitely is not. We're not here for smooth sailing. We're here to learn, to grow, to celebrate what we get through, right? And then Sunflower's Moon Power would like one too. Okay, let's pull a clarifier for this High Priestess first with the After Tarot. By the way, this Lo, no relation, Lo Scabaro, I never can say her name, Scarabeo is the one who wrote this, and the artwork is by, I think it's Julia Massaglia. Yeah, it's an interesting deck. I love how it still follows almost identical to Pamela Smith's artwork. All right, let's see what the clarification is for this High Priestess. That's too many cards, but I'm going to take the top card, and guess what? It's the Chariot. It is the Chariot. Here, let me cover over these very well-endowed sphinxes. So they're actually, there's not much difference than the regular tarot, but notice the sphinxes are no longer laying down. They're standing up. They're poised to take action. And it goes along with that, the Angel Tarot, because those horses were already up and moving. So this is just a reminder that you need to focus on what really matters. And I'm drawn to him pointing with his, it's either a wand. Yeah, it must be a wand. He's pointing to the snitch. I'm on this Harry Potter thing right now. It totally looks like the golden snitch. But to me, that is, what is your focus point? What are you focused on? What is the thing that's guiding you forward? Keep your eye on the ball. And that's going to keep leading you forward. And sometimes it's going to zig and zag and go in a bunch of different directions. And if you're up for the task, you need to be willing to do what it takes. All right. And I'm actually going to take the card that was below it, because I think this is a message for everybody who needs to hear it. This is the Four of Cups, because you always have a choice. Just because you're given something, you can be grateful for it, but you don't need to accept it. See, in the before tarot, he's actually there. I think there's a before tarot deck too, which is before the actual regular tarot. I'm confusing you, sorry. But in the regular tarot, he is being handed a cup from the cloud. And in this tarot, he's taken the cup and he is pouring out what's in it. So you can take this a bunch of different ways. But I'm going to continue with the message that has been flowing from the other cards using my intuitive tarot, which is how I like to share with others. And to me, it's like reminding yourself, when you're making that decision, when you're on your chariot and you're being sent in different directions and you're gifted something, you don't need to accept it. Okay. Or maybe you're meant to accept it and you're meant to use it in a different way. See, maybe he's pouring this out because he's like, I need to empty it of this because I'm going to use it for something else. I know what I need to contain, and it's not this liquid or whatever. You know, maybe he's like, hey, I don't need water. I need wine. So I'm pouring this out and I'm going to get a glass of wine. It's a little too early for that. It's only like 9:19 here, my time. So that's the message I get from there. Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, I know. I have to too. Thanks. I'm glad you're here. And if anyone else wants a message pulled for you, pop it in the comments. Let's see what Sunflower's Moon Power. Thank you. Chariot also resonates. I'm a sun in Cancer. Okay. But also having car problems. Oh, Mercury retrograde. Yeah. I feel it's going to go a little easier for you than you might think otherwise. Use your magical powers for that. Sometimes stuff happens. We need to get it. Things have to happen. I'm trying to spit it out. Lawrence wants one too. Gotcha. All right. Like I have an example for you. Last week I went to get my tires changed into winter tires, and I needed to get a wheel. Well, I needed to see if I needed a wheel alignment. I don't think in this vehicle I've ever had a wheel alignment, or it's been a few years. So they said, okay, well, we'll check and see if you need it. If you don't, we won't do it. So as I'm walking away to go do something while I'm waiting for them to get finished, I'm thinking to myself, oh, please, please maybe not need a wheel alignment. So fast forward, guess I didn't need a wheel alignment. Yay, they checked. They were honest about it. They checked and they said, no, you don't need it. And they even went to say, you must be a good driver. And I'm like, of course I am, even with all the construction and the bouncing around. But so that made me feel good. So even though, yes, I needed to fork money out for the wheel alignment, which is maintenance for my vehicle. So on that, I didn't need the extra amount of money that I would have had to pay. Thank goodness. The rest can go to Taro Pup and his bandage changes. All right, enough about that. Let's get into it. Mercy, you're up first, girl. So tune into the energy you most want to be in alignment with. Let's put it that way. And let's see what comes up. Okay. Ooh, 5 of water. So water is cups. These cards are really beautiful, but the camera I have just does not do it justice. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilt milk. So that's basically 5 of Cups energy. And I'm feeling like this isn't you now pointing a finger at you. This is saying, you know, when this happens and you're quick to shift that because stuff happens, right? Well, that's kind of what I've been talking about this whole time. So it's an awareness that keep doing that. Doesn't mean that life is never going to give you the lemons. I mean, personally, I like lemons, but yeah, it is a lovely color, isn't it? I really just love blue in general. I'm very drawn to it. But yeah, it's just meaning that things are going to do what things are going to do. And it's up to us to pivot all the time. Last night, one of my favorite little containers that I use to put, garbage in, I have it on my counter. It's in the shape of a leaf and it looks nice. And I make sure I empty it all the time. Well, somehow I knocked it off the counter and it broke. Past me would have been really pissed off and had a whole bunch of swear word expletives, and been really pissed off about it and beaten myself up. But all I went was, oh no. And then making sure to keep Elliot out of the way because I didn't want the ceramic shards. And I just kind of dealt with it. I mean, I'm a little sad because I have 2 of them, and that one I like the shape. It's kind of the shape of a maple leaf. That one was. I'm like, but it is what it is. That was a 5 of Cups moment that I feel like I handled pretty well. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Mercy. Let's see. Let's put your name back up here. All right. Actually, you know what? We're going to try this. Getting techie here. Showing the comments. I love it. Then maybe we can see it in the replay. So let's pull a clarifier for you, Mercy. Just see what else might come up from this. Oh, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Hey, Pervy. Nice to see you. Wheel of Fortune. So how is this one different? We've got the monkey thing hanging off. We've got the Sphinx who's actually sitting on top going, I got this. He's got his sword. So yeah, it feels like even when stuff happens that isn't pleasant, it's like when you handle it in a way with emotional intelligence, that's giving you the opportunity to really see from that bird's eye perspective how much you've you've shifted and changed. I'm not saying you weren't a good person before, but we're always developing and growing from where we were to where we are now. So this is going to show you that, yeah, you can weather through those cycles of life in a way that makes you feel good about yourself, even during the times where things don't go well, if that makes sense. All right. Excuse me. I can't see that very well. Yesterday I was not on the live, but it was late, but in mid-morning I woke up, checked, yay. Yeah, I'm a little early today. And yesterday is something new that I'm doing. So Mercy, you're very welcome. Very, very welcome. Okay, sunflowers, moon power. Let's go. Let's go with ya. That's a good message for you. Tune into receiving the message you're most meant to hear. This one. Ooh, 6 of Swords. Air is the element. It's another good thing about this deck is it tells you what the element is and it gives you an idea of what's it about. So 6 of Swords is about moving on, moving forward. Let's see. It says things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Yeah, that's true. I never seem to use that, but a lot of times that's what it can be. Like the regular tarot has her in a boat and someone's moving her forward with those 6 of Swords. I see a lot of fire energy in here, even though those are actually horses. Unicorns, excuse me. Unicorns, get it right, Lorraine. It's believing in your own magic and walking away, floating away from any situations that have cut that power off. And, you know, maybe it's not like leaving people because you don't believe in my magic, but it's like, don't go there with those people. I'm really feeling like when you step forward into your own magic, you're giving yourself that opportunity to trust it, to believe in it. If you don't believe in it, how do you think the universe is going to believe in it or anybody else? So maybe it's manifesting that, hey, those car troubles, they either poof, go away, or hey, they're not too expensive to deal with. Putting out there what you want instead of the fear of what you don't want. And it takes skill and experience, not skill, it takes repetition and habit to create that skill, right? Magic is so real. It totally is. It is. We see it every day. The miracle of us being born. Have you ever watched, the little cells that divide and divide and divide, and then poof, we're here. Well, it doesn't happen that fast, but it's pretty friggin' amazing. So let me go back to sunflowers, moon power. We need a card for you here to go along with that. The after tarot. Let's see what comes up. Ooh, that one came flying out. You got the King of Pentacles. And we've got Taurus coming in there. So it's like sometimes things are going to bulldoze their way in. And you have to be willing to hold on to what you can. That's like literally what I'm seeing in the picture. We've got Taurus the bull. He's trying to knock that pentacle out of the king's hand, but the king has a handle on it. So maybe this has to do with, this thing that happened with your vehicle and you didn't really expect it to happen. So you have a choice to either focus on, oh my God, I don't know if I can pay for this. And, or it's like, you know what? I know everything is just going to work out and the money will be there when I need it. Right? There's 2 sides to things. And I think when you focus on that positive, you know what? Fine print. Even if it doesn't work out that way, don't come back on me. But remember to keep doing that because you're testing the universe's ability to understand what you're putting down, right? And if you're used to doing things in a way that is like, oh no, and then the universe is giving you that, you're shifting your energy. So you've got to let the universe catch up and see, oh, this is how she's doing it now. This is how they're doing it now. Okay. Next time I need to do something, we'll see what we can do and we'll work it out. I hope that makes sense. All right. Let's see. I'm Taurus, Venus, and North Node. Oh, okay. Okay. So when I hear that, I'm kind of hearing getting in your own way with your Taurus bullheaded energy. Sorry, my ex was a Taurus, but my dad's a Taurus. Totally different energy, by the way. But yeah, I mean, you know you best, right? You know you best. Oh, I missed this one. Resonates. I've been stuck in a rut and have struggled to move forward. The unicorns are a personal symbol for me. Oh, I love that. Very good. Very good. Yes, I'll star your name. Let's see. I think we got Lawrence up first, and then we'll get to you, Purvi. All right. Let me pop those back in the deck because you know we always like repeaters. One thing I like about repeaters, especially if you're watching me do them, that sometimes you'll see the message isn't identical, even though the card is, right? So tuning into the message you're most meant to hear. Cards don't want, I'm having trouble. So look how big the cards are compared to my teeny little hands. Let's see. Okay, bottom of the deck, I feel. The High Priestess. What was I talking about, right? Repeaters? The High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. So you'd have to look that up. I don't know a lot about all of the archangels, but there might be an extra message. So maybe use the Google machine for that. Listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. But what I'm picking up here is you don't have to use your brain and your thoughts for it. Okay? Use your heart. Think with your heart. And I know that sounds weird if we're just thinking about physiology, but think with your heart. And that's what's going to lead you into the more intellectual thing that you need to do. I hope that makes sense. Let's pull an after tarot. I am mindful of the time too. I think we have Purvi next, and then I'll have to end it from there. So here we go. Clarifier for Lawrence. Woo! You got the 6 of Cups. And there's a picture, blurry as it might be, of the 2 kids that are usually sitting there. He's handing her the cup. They're running toward the fellow. They're running towards somebody, a male figure. He's got a beard. And so somebody who is a prominent person in their life. So I'm just commentating what the card says. I think this is representing somebody in your life. Maybe they've passed on. I don't know, but it's and they might not have a long gray beard, but it's somebody who you've looked up to and who you maybe haven't connected with in a while. And it really feels like their energy is still there and with you. If they're still here, this is the time to reach out. And if they're not, this is the time to reach in and connect with them that way, because I feel like there is definitely a message for you. Maybe you've been feeling a little lost. We all feel that, especially if it's someone who's passed on. We don't have those conversations and connections like we do when they're in the physical world, but that energetic connection is still there. So it's trusting that you have that connection. So I recommend you look up Archangel Haniel, Haniel. And I hope that makes sense. All right, let's go to Purvi. Hello. Let's put these cards back in. All right. So I am, okay, good. Yeah. Keep me posted. I want to know if I'm wrong and right, but there is no right and wrong. There's only education and learning. You either learn that, hey, yeah, trust the instincts, or you learn that, okay, that was a little off, so go deeper next time, all right? All right, Purvi, here we go. Oh, what do you got to say here? Ooh, you know, heart chakra area is the place where your soul and God resides, 10 figures above your navel. Heart is something you can definitely rely on. Yes, I totally agree. Interesting, 10 fingers. I'll have to try that out. Everybody's anatomy is different, right? So it's interesting. Okay, so where'd you go? Here you go. Tune in to receive the message you're most meant to hear. 10 of air. So 10 of swords. I have a Stellar's Jay jumping. I've got all the birds these days. Just jumped up just as I pulled this card, and he's sitting there scratching his little leg, so he's clearly comfortable. So this says, the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. So 10, and an addiction can be something like scrolling. It could be something simple like bad mouthing ourselves. It doesn't always mean the big bads. So for you, Purvi, I really feel like this is just reminding you to focus on yourself and what you want, right? Air is intellect and swords. So I remember last week there was a conversation, and I don't always remember these things because we channel, but that you were talking about, you know, education and what you wanted to focus on and stuff like that. Like, this is your opportunity to decide if it's something you're going to pursue for yourself, or you're going to pursue because other people want you to please them. Something to think about. Let's pull an after tarot. And that Stellar's Jay is still there. If you're wondering, it's like a blue jay, but they have a big top of their head. People always mistake them for blue jays, and I'm always trying to correct them. Lawrence, I want to address that in a second. Let's get a clarifier for Purvi here. Well, the Hierophant. So I really feel that this is something that is a heart lesson you're learning, as well as giving the people in your life who are wanting you to go one way. This is you kind of educating them on a spiritual level of what is you're meant to do, your soul journey. So it's not just looking at the book, but this is you. And this is you lovingly educating those who don't understand. And it's not a conflict at all. This is coming from a higher place, and you just need to stand by your convictions and trust that you're meant to be in this little bit of conflict, because this is going to help everybody around you grow and yourself grow. So I hope that makes sense for you. All right. Lawrence, are you still here? Been feeling lost of late. Yeah, I can relate to that. I can empathize with that for sure. I want to pull another card for you. Let's go to the after tarot, because we go through it. And I think if you trust that, you know, this is part of a cycle. It's not saying you're not taking it you're not taking it seriously, or what am I trying to say? You're not just kind of sweeping it under the rug going, yeah, it's just a cycle. No, it's saying that, yeah, I'm going through this. I know it's not permanent. I know this is part of the growth and part of the development of you in your life. So I'm glad you're still here. Let's pull this one. Top one kind of jumped. It's the Fool. All right, because sometimes you go off the cliff and things that you don't land where you need to, but the Fool isn't too worried. He's just hanging by his hand. Everything else is that he's taken with him, that he's prepared and taken with him. The few little things are falling, and it's just him now. And he's still sitting there smelling the rose or the flower, whatever it is, and saying, you know what, I'm going to enjoy this part of the journey too, even though it's a bit uncomfortable. How comfortable can it be to hang from a cliff for any length of time, right? So it's breathing through it and trusting the signs, and also not just passively letting things happen, but taking a stand and saying, when I have the energy, the time, the emotion, I'm going to take a little step and move forward to it. All right. Well, there you go. Hey, Alex. Hi there. There's always light in the end. Sun always comes after a storm. Yes, indeed. I love that. It totally does. And the thing is, it's always up there, the sun. We just can't see it because we're in all of that stormy energy. Love it. Thank you for being here. Hey, while you're still here, give this video a thumbs up. That really helps my channel. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see. I might do my tarot after dark tonight. Usually it'll be on Thursday, but it's Thanksgiving for my US neighbors. We will see. Either or, I will be here next week in some capacity. Elliot does need to go in for another bandage change on a Tuesday. So we're going to kind of play with the energy from there. Yeah. So true. Absolutely. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you. And I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. Take care. Okay. Peace out.